I'd like to welcome you to a Wednesday evening Ascend Global Services webinar. It's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight. I want to give you a little bit of background on him. His name is Mr. Kevin Gantos. He's built many traditional businesses outside of Ascend Global Services, including real estate businesses, where he accumulated over $650 million in sales in 3 years. Inside of network marketing, Kevin Gantos has been a top pin holder in several MLM companies, and he's built organizations of over tens of thousands of people all across the United States and the world. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce the president of Ascend Global Services, Mr. Kevin Gantos.
Thank you, Jeff. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you great.
Fantastic, my friend. Thank you for bringing me on. And just what can I say? It's been great knowing you for literally over 20-some years. And by the way, doing a great job in Ohio. I know you got a great organization, a team of regional directors, and of course, so many representatives. And thank you for hosting the last couple events. We're going to be doing another one in there, I know, along with Ted, Christina, and Tyrus in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio market. And my friend, thank you so much for bringing me on. And I'm so excited to share the information with everybody here tonight. I'm going to go into a very detailed explanation of our compensation plan. And so take copious notes. Be very, very important to do so. It's important. You got to know where you're going, right? And so this is a way to do that. But I will preface, beyond me going into this presentation, that the best way to understand the compensation plan is to live it. Okay? I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can because we believe in under promising, obviously, and delivering more. And so that's our premise. But Jeff, thank you again for bringing me on, my friend. I'm going to roll right into the information tonight. So everybody, hang on to your seats. Let's have fun with this. And here we go. Okay. So I know there's some new people on here. I know I was going to talk specifically about compensation plan, which we are tonight. I won't be long, but it's important that if there's a guest on the line, they want to know what it is that AGS, Ascend Global Services, markets. You know, we have our True Hemp brand as well. We have our Ascend Travel brand. So you'll see that. And it doesn't mean you have to do all this. It's just you pick it, right? We have, you know, CBD oil, our True Hemp brand has just been amazing. It's a $3 billion industry. And, of course, it's given us a lot of lift. I know a lot of you on the line about that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. As a matter of fact, the example we use is exactly the 500 milligram bottle that people are doing to enroll, obviously, with a promo that's in place. Moringa product, another nutritional product. You research it, do your homework on it. You'll be amazed. There's companies that built over $100 million companies just on this product alone. I know Mr. Marks and I, when we tried this back in January last year, we lost weight, energy level went up. It was just amazing. And, of course, credit restoration. It's a new ad that we brought on through Dr. Michael Grayson. I know a few people have just recently enrolled in the program. They're excited to see the results. He is the guy that actually brought it to Congress and the nation, believe it or not. He can boast of a 990 FICO score, believe it or not, if you've heard such a thing. Cryptocurrency, of course, was very relevant. Brought actually Dr. Deborah Dancy out of Massachusetts into the mix. Industry that didn't exist in 2008. Here it's a $300 billion industry, just like CBD is going to become. It's going to become a huge industry. And, of course, travel's been around forever, but we believe it's a behemoth and a great add to our product mix, our suite of products, and that's $7.6 trillion. Now, I share this just to share that it's very important that if you're going to fish in a pond, right, you don't want to just, there's only 10 fish in the pond and there's 20 people that want to fish in it, someone's going to miss out. We wanted to make sure in building a legacy company, both John and myself, that obviously, this pie is big enough. It's $8 trillion. And let me put that in perspective. People know $1 million. It's kind of like it doesn't mean much. But if everybody here got $1 million, it would mean a lot, right? But I'm going to just take $1 billion and put it in perspective. If I told everybody on tonight's webinar that I would give you $1 billion, but the rule was you're only allowed to spend $1,000 a day, which would be $30,000 a month, pretty good lifestyle. I think we can all agree. It would take you over 2,700 years to spend $1 billion. Look it up, research it, and just so we're putting $8 trillion. So that's obviously, 1,000 times that, right? Times 8. So that's why our pie is so big, why it's so relevant. And again, I also want to preface that I'm really excited about the company's ability and the agility to be able to turn on a dime. I'm more excited about the products that haven't been invented yet that AGS will be marketing in the future. So let's move right into it. Again, I'm speaking to the guests tonight, and so they kind of know who we are. The management team is key. There's 10 in the key management team. There's so much more. There's literally about 50 people behind the scenes as well, through our IT, through our marketing, through customer service, all of that. So you got Mr. John Marks, CEO of the company, an incredible individual. Literally for the first 13 years of his life, did not have shoes, was in Portugal, came to this country, hit the ground running, met his beautiful bride, Herminia, and they had 3 boys, and incredible. I met 2 of them, an amazing group of people. And of course, a corporate headquarters in New Jersey, works with Yanni for our accounting department, Nicole assistant, and of course, so much more. But I just give you an example. He built over a $20 million empire, started in the trucking industry, to trucking schools, truck leasing, and of course, got into the nutritional restaurant side. And of course, through that, 50 some franchises throughout the United States. And of course, saw direct sales. Him and I were kind of thrown together through a mutual friend years ago. And of course, we become dear friends, John and I and his family. So excited to have him on board. We're fully funded, debt-free company. And it was always wanted to be part of his portfolio, and that was to have a direct sales company, because his motto is, if you help people, enough people get what they want, eventually they get what you want. And of course, that's really the premise that we're all building on. And of course, yours truly, Jeff already mentioned who I am. You got Mr. Roscoe Thompson, 20 some years in the business. Him and I have been together as well. Just got off the line with him, director of training. We're looking to possibly bring people like Eric Worre or Darren Hardy or whoever to our national event. We're looking into that right now, so excited about that. And Roscoe's been trained by Anthony Robbins, Darren Hardy, Robert Kiyosaki, John Maxwell, even Zig Ziglar when he was alive. That's how far back we go in those trainings, live trainings actually, okay? Miss Connie Reeves, been there from the beginning, the conception of the company here, our director of our nonprofit company, portion of the company, which is Ascend Source. She's very passionate about providing opportunities to the churches and the nonprofits for them, a way for them to make money and to raise the tithe and everything to fund those projects. You got Natalie Hall, literally worked with the team, built a team of 100 people in the call center just for a prior company that did over literally hundreds of $1 million, Inc. 500, Inc. 5,000 company, and was the head of customer service. So we're fortunate, so fortunate to have her here. And of course, we move to the second page. That's Sabrina Alt, a serial entrepreneur, literally a millionaire, published author, very passionate about our True Hemp division. As a matter of fact, her and I last May collaborated along with Maria, coming up with the logo, and Sabrina, the name True Hemp, and we went back and forth on, and of course added the line. I remember we were filling those first packages. Sabrina, just incredible. We've known her for over 10 years, met her through her uncle, believe it or not, and just so glad her and I working side by side, which led me to someone by the name of Kevin Fitzgerald, who's actually the #1 personal producer in the company right now. Just hit national director. You'll see what that means a little bit, but is actually our director of travel. I've been looking at literally 3 pages that are done with him and Maria, myself. I just saw these boys today, but wanted to figure out why there's 15 hours. But the bottom line is saw why. And so I can't wait for that rollout. You're going to have a travel package that's already in place. Our Travel 100 at $69.95 one-time enrollment. But we're going to have the Platinum Plus, which is going to allow you to do so much more. The whole premise is to show people how to travel for free. And you can't get any more exciting about that. Marilyn Mondero, Earl Miller, and Jean Mueller, they're all part of our international expansion team, great leaders. Marilyn, as a matter of fact, built a group of over 100,000 people. Sabrina's built groups of thousands of people. Kevin Fitzgerald, 9,000 people. Roscoe, thousands of people. Jean Mueller, thousands of people. And so, we have this whole collaboration of people coming together to make sure we're building you a great, qualified, sound legacy company moving forward. And so the talent's in place. The product mix, just a real quick brief, again, for the guests that are on the line. The Moringa product on the left, the CBD product. We just rolled out 3 edibles, believe it or not. We have a promo going on right now with our CBD dark chocolate toffee. You want to get that. You get 2 bags, literally, for $69.95, providing your distributor. And of course, we have gummies. I got the tracking number today on that, so I know that's already shipped. Can't wait to take off the coming soon and have that into place. And of course, we have the coffee as well, which is our CBD infused coffee. So those are 3 items over there, edibles. You definitely want to go to the website if you're a guest and just go shopping, window shopping, and see exactly how we're competitively priced, which is what I'm really excited about. But you're going to see what happens when you market just one 500 milligram bottle, right? That's normally retailing at about $90 everywhere else, right? And you can get it wholesale here for $60. It's $30 in retail commission you can see there. So, of course, our travel club, we'll talk more about that in another presentation, but I already elaborated on that. But here's where I want to start. Tonight is about the compensation plan. So, in short, this is so important. So important. You get paid 100% in retail commissions. Now, you can see you there. You know, you got the Moringa product, the travel product, the True Hemp product, but I'm going to kind of elaborate on the True Hemp product today to keep it simple so we're not all over the place tonight. I want this to be very, very simple and very clear so everybody gets it. 100% in retail commissions. You don't get paid a percentage of it. You get paid all of it. Here's a prime example, the example we're going to use here tonight. If you see the CBD hemp oil full spectrum 500 milligram, right, on the site, you'll see add to the cart, right? Well, the retail price you can see is $89. So if you're not a distributor and you went to your friend's site, you would pay $89 for that, which is still an incredible price for a 500 milligram bottle of full spectrum, and our product works. And you want to know that? Go to the testimony page on our corporate site and read the testimonies, right? But as a distributor, right, you're getting it wholesale at $59. Well, you save $30, but if someone buys from your website at retail, right, you actually make $30. So our goal on this, to keep a very simple example, let's say your goal was to market one bottle of 500 milligrams CBD oil, one a month. That's the bottom line. We're just going to do that, okay? That's the goal. So you would receive $30, right? Well, the next thing is people are going to want to enroll in your business, right? So we have pin level. If you see in the upper right-hand corner, we have actually a 90-day bonus program that's in place. So you hit the position in the first 30 days, maintain it for 2 calendar months thereafter, and the company's going to pay you an extra $100. Now, why is that so important? Because people can enroll for $50, $60, or $70 a month. That's the whole thing. Plus, you're getting a product shipped out to you on your initial enrollment. So, in fact, you're getting a business opportunity for free. And I mean that, for free. Okay? But let's say you enrolled me, and the other person you enrolled was Connie, right? And you did that in your first 30 days. Again, I'll reiterate that, right? You have the ability to earn in our 90-day bonus program, right, $100, right? So first 30 days you hit it, maintain it 2 calendar months thereafter, and the following pay period, you get paid another $100. Now, you were just looking, if you remember correctly, to save money on your product, right? That's all you were looking to do. So now we're going to go to the next level here. Watch what happens. So now you've got me and you've got Connie in your group. And in this example, you're just marketing one bottle of CBD, and we're obviously Connie and I are doing the same. And what that means is that you would get $60 in commission value. All right? Well, on level 1, which is where Connie and I fall in your organization, you're going to get 10% of that volume. Now, of course, you can enroll 30 people. You can enroll 60 people like Kevin Fitzgerald did. They could be you can have 60 people on your level 1. Right? Just do the math on that. But for this example, we're going to follow the slide that you just saw, 2 people. So you have 2 people, which is IBOs, which stands for independent business owners, right, on level 1. So your monthly, $12 a month in residuals is what you would get every month. So when me and Connie pay our Autoship every month, you're going to, and of course, we're marketing one bottle each a month, right? You're going to receive $12 a month in residuals, plus your own personal $30 in retail commissions for marketing that one bottle. Remember that one bottle? So I want you to carry that all the way through so I don't have to keep going back and forth amongst all these slides. So now you can see you have 2 people on level 1. Well, if you look to the right, The unilevel is 7 levels, and you can see the pin levels that you achieve. So think about it. Sabrina, Roscoe, right, and Kevin Fitzgerald all hit national director. So that means they're guaranteed to get paid through all 7 levels through the unilevel. They never have to think about that again. So just through this example, right, you got $42 a month in residual that you're going to get paid based on the example we're going to use. So I don't want to say that over and over again. We're going to go to the next slide. So people say, well, what do you do next? Well, help me, right, and help Connie. You can see I put on a dress this time, just kidding. So you help Connie and you help me, and now we each enroll 2 people. Now we're going to receive our $100, providing we get it done in our first 30 days and maintain it for 2 calendar months. We want to participate in the 90-day bonus program, right? And now we each make $100, plus we're getting $42 each a month in residual. Remember, we only started to buy our bottle of 500 milligram wholesale at $59. But this is why it's relevant. If you get this done in your first 60 days, guess what? There's another $200. Remember, you only enrolled for $60. You're going to see that in a little bit. You only enrolled for $60. So now you made $300, right? You have 2 people on level 1, and you have 4 people on level 2. So look what happens. Now you can see the 4 people on level 2. We're all marketing 1 bottle of CBD oil, the 500 milligram in this example. And now you're making $66 a month in residuals, just a level 2. Where your bottle, right, your bottle only costs you $60, right, a month, $59.95. You're already profitable, provided everybody markets 1 500 milligram bottle a month retail. That should be everybody's goal. We're in the business, right, obviously to get healthy, but to get wealthy. And this is the beautiful part about it. So now you can see, now you got 6 people in your team, right? So if you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can all agree that's pretty awesome, yes? And in the upper right-hand corner, you're part of the 90-day bonus program, providing you get it done in the timeline and maintain it in the timeline specified, okay? So now we're going to go to the next thing. Now, guess what happens? Now, Connie and I are going to help our 2 people to do the same. So watch what happens. So now, in your first 90 days, this is a prime example, you got Connie and me, right? We helped our 2 people, right? We enrolled 2 people. Now we're going to help our 2 people to enroll their 2 people. So each one of them, providing they do it in the first 30 days, right, are going to make $100, $100, $100, right? We're going to make another $200 for $300. But look what happened to you, because you got it done in 90 days. You participated in our 90-day bonus program, right? You got it done in the timeline, maintained it 2 calendar months thereafter, and you made another $400. So you made $700, but you only spent $60 to get started. But watch what happens to the residual. This is great. So now you're at $90 a month in residuals. Not too bad. Now your bottle is free, right? You're getting paid residuals. You're profiting now. You made basically $700 in bonuses, providing you did it in the timeline specified. Plus, you're making $90 a month, so your bottle basically is free and has been for a while just through the bonus program, okay? Now, remember, this is just 2 getting 2. You're going to see what happens when you add just 1 more person to your group. It'll just astound you. Trust me on that, if this is the first time you're looking at a program like this. So now we go to the next slide. Next slide is you achieve national director, the top of the first 4 pin levels. And again, you participate in the 90-day bonus program, right? So you achieve national director in your first 4 months, right? And maintain it for 2 calendar months thereafter. That's another $800. You made $1,500 in bonuses alone. And now you can see it's growing what we call exponentially. And watch what happens. So now your residual, right, is $108 a month. You made $1,500 in bonuses, and you enrolled to save money on your 500 milligram bottle, and only cost you $60 to get started. I want you to just put that in perspective, right? Actually, it's $138 a month. That's a typo there, not 108. but $138 a month in residual, just two getting two. In other words, it's impossible not to do this, providing you follow the example. But this is what I want you to see. Let's just add one more person to your group, right? And look what happens to your organization. Now that you have three, now using the same example, marketing one bottle of CBD, right? And everybody else is on that gold Autoship, we'll just call it, right? The True Hemp Autoship, but getting a $59.95 and you're getting that bottle every month. Look what happens. Level one, you're getting paid $18. A level two, $54. So it's 18 plus 54. You have 9 people in your group. A level 3, you have 27 people in your group. A level 4, another 81 and another 243. And notice if you look to the right, by being team leader, your unit level is open 4 levels. By being an executive team leader, your unit level is guaranteed open for 5 levels. As regional director, all 6 levels are open. And as national director, all 7 levels are open. But look at level 7. You get paid 20%. So the independent business owners, right? You enroll one more person and look what happens to your income. It's insane what happens by adding just one extra person. So what happens when a guy like Kevin Fitzgerald or Bobby Van or Roscoe or Deborah Dancy or Sabrina Alt, you know, what happens when you got 10 people enrolling 10 people enrolling 10 people? Connie Reeves. There's a whole group of the top 10 that rolled over 10 people personally. I'm just using this as an example of 3 getting 3. So look at this. So now level 1 is $18. Level 2 is $54. You have 12 people total in your group in your first 2 levels. Level 3, another 27 people, right? Level 4, another 81 people and another $243. Level 5, 243 people alone on your 5th level because you enrolled one more person, and another $1,458 a month in residuals. At 6th level, right? Now you got 729 people on your 6th level alone and another $4,374 a month. And level 7, look at that, at 20% where most of your people are going to be, right? You're receiving $12 based on this example. You have over 2,187 people on level 7 alone, and you're making another $26,244 a month. Now here's my point, right? You have over 3,000 people in your team at this point, but you only enrolled 3. That's so important to get. When I got that part about the business, I helped my 3. It wasn't about me, recruiting 3,000 people. It was helping my 3 people to enroll their 3 so they would be excited and show them how to do it. And eventually they would learn how to do it and teach their 3 people how to enroll 3 and so on down the line. And look at when you add it all up. That's $32,502 per month. Got it? That's just 3 enrolling 3. And when you see the next slide, we actually reward people for hitting the top 4 pin levels, okay? Now here's what I want you to get. Let's say you missed this by 90%. I don't know if any of you on the webinar failed the test by 90%. I know I have. I guess I'm being transparent tonight, right? But I have. That means if you got it 10% right, meaning only 1 out of 10 people did this, 1 out of 10, you'd still be making what? $3,200 a month. Just 1 out of 10. You got that? So think about that. Instead of 3,000 people, you have 300 people, right, in your team. That's the beautiful part about it. And if you hit national director, which is the first 4 pin levels, you're guaranteed to get paid through all 7 levels. So here's where the coup de grace is the lifestyle bonuses. So what does that mean? Well, if you looked in the slide, it was 3 lines, right? You had 3 teams. You had me, Connie, right? And we'll say Jeff. Me, Connie, and Jeff. Excuse me. So now you look over there, you can see legs. If you look at the middle of the page, it says 3 legs. Well, I'm a leg. Connie's a leg, right? And, of course, Jeff is a leg. And through us 3 comes 300 people in your team. Now, it says no more than 100 people in any one leg. Well, it just mathematically has to be that way. You can't have someone on your 7th level enroll 300 people and everybody, all 6 people above that get promoted to Silver Ambassador. It mathematically couldn't work. You can only split up $1 so many ways, right? But here's what's great. 100 of those people, if someone did that, count. So now you're already a third of the way to the next pin level. Now you could go 20 legs wide and 50 legs wide. You could go 300 wide and still be a silver ambassador, providing they're active distributors. Got it? You can recruit 300 people and become a silver ambassador personally. But I'm using as an example. It's 3 getting 3. The power of network marketing is everybody doing a little bit, and it's duplicating. So just focus on enrolling 3 people and teaching your 3 people how to enroll 3 people. Don't give your 3 people 3 people. Learn how to teach 3 people how to get 3 people. Come alongside of them. That's how I build the business, and that's how all the leaders build the business. And eventually what will happen by your 3rd and 4th level, they'll be doing it independent of your involvement. Can you imagine receiving residuals every month, right, from your team because you trained them from the beginning? You didn't enable them, you empowered them. You know, there's an old phrase that says it all. You can feed a man a fish and feed him for a day, or you can teach a man to fish and feed him for a lifetime. You want to have a business where you're teaching them how to fish so they can feed themselves for a lifetime. That's the premise here. So let's move on to Silver Ambassador. Silver Ambassador, through me, Jeff, and Connie, you have 300 people in your team. The company's going to pay you an extra $1,000 on top of your normal bonuses. So what's 300 times 6? Just say that's $1,800, right? It's not hard math. Plus 1,000, right, is $2,800. It's almost $3,000 a month, as the example showed. Could you use an extra $36,000 on top of what you're currently doing? Remember, you came to this because you wanted to get an incredible product at wholesale price. And by default, because your family and friends tried out the product and because the product works, they said, look, I don't want to pay retail. I want to pay wholesale. And by default, they become part of your team. But here's what's neat. Through those 300, and I know I've lived this, I know Kevin's lived this, Roscoe's lived this, Sabrina's lived this, Jean Muller's lived this, I know Kevin Fitzgerald's lived this. We've all built teams of size, just so you know. This is a pie in the sky. Did it happen overnight? Absolutely not. We're only in month 13 of the opportunity. So we already got people, plenty of people breaking team leader, executive team leader, regional director, and national director, right? But this year is the ambassador year. This is when everybody starts becoming ambassadors. And so this becomes, so you're at the right place at the right time, right? So through us, 3, right, our 300 people, through us came to 300, but through the 300, remember you only enrolled 3 people, came 900 people. And 900 of those people, right, are independent business owners, no more than 300 in one leg. So if someone did that, remember, if someone got 300 a leg, right, 100 of that counts for a silver. But the good news is you don't lose that production because that 300, that person who did that on your 7th level will count towards one of your legs for Gold Ambassador. That's the beautiful part about the compensation plan. And so now you get another 1,500. So what's 6 times 900, right? Now you're at 72,000 a year, right, just at this pin level alone. And that's not too bad, almost $80,000 or $75,000 a year. Remember, you came into this, you enrolled 3 people, and you wanted to buy your bottle wholesale. And then you didn't even realize when you went to go do your taxes that your accountant asked you, well, do you have any other write-offs? I said, well, I do have a home-based business, right? And like Shirley Williams in Florida got an extra $5,000 back in her tax refund because she had a home-based business. What would any one of you on tonight's webinar do with an extra $5,000 in your tax refund? I'd go through your travel portal that's available here and go on a cruise and go have fun and take the family. I know when Roscoe got $5,000 in bonus money, he took his whole family to Disney World in Florida, literally, all on AGS. So here's the point. So now through the 900 comes, right? Remember, the original 3, that was me, Jeff, and Connie, came 300, and through the 300 came 900, through the 900 came 3,000 people. What's 3,000 times $6? That's 18,000. That's 18,000. It's just that example. We have people that do a lot more volume. I know Sabrina, through Kevin Fitzgerald, young lady Renette Fernier out of the East Coast, buys $2,000 worth of product. Typically 50% is CV. The $1,000 in CV, it was on her 7th level, right? She got $200, just that. I'm talking $6, not $200. How about just $6? So now $6 times, obviously through the 300, through us three came the 900, through the 900 comes 3,000, through the 3,000 comes 9,000. This is where you want to be if you want to build a business. Doesn't mean everybody has to do this, but here's the point. What's 6 times 9,000? That's 45,000, right? So if you look at that, the reality is you've got $10,000 of lifestyle bonuses, and what does that mean? That means literally you're making over $600,000 a year. $600,000 a year. Now, here's why I say this. I don't say this to impress you, right? But I say this to press upon you, right? You've got through your IBOs, right? No more than 3,001 leg. 9,000 times 6 is 54,000. It's 54,000 plus the 10,000 is $64,000 a month. Okay, $64,000 a month times 12 is $768,000, almost $800,000 a year, because you came to this and tried out a product. Now, here's my point. Again, what if you missed this by 90% and you just stayed the course? What if it took you 3 to 5 years to do this? Would an extra $77,000 or $80,000 a year on top of what you're currently doing, right, make a difference? The lifestyle alone of $10,000 a month for most people in the United States covers most people's overheads, mortgage payments, car payments, all of that. Maybe not all the other stuff, but $10,000 a month just the lifestyle bonus is enough for people to do that. So here's what's great, okay? This is the way to enroll in the opportunity. So I trained on the compensation plan, but I want you to really get this. Right now, you can enroll in AGS for as little as $49.95, $59.95, or $69.95. Now, you're not just spending money to get into a business. You're actually getting it. Most people are coming in, they like our True Health product, right? So everybody that's coming in at $59.95, that's it, no more than that, right? $59.95, of course, plus shipping. The bottom line is they're actually getting a 500 milligram, the bottle that we talked about way back when, right? It's retailing $89. You're actually getting a bottle shipped to you. Plus you get a website. Plus you have all the things necessary, right, to build your business, which leads me to this page. Weekly conference calls. Every Monday night, there's a conference call. You want to plug into that. We got recognition. We got trainings, all of that. Every Wednesday, for the most part, unless it's a holiday or an event, whatever's going on, we have Webinar Wednesday. You're listening to that right now. It's done by either a principal of the company or a director of the company or the top leaders of the company, right? On Thursday, weekly leadership calls. I actually have a text blast strictly that comes from my phone out to the leaders. Now, you can opt out anytime you want by sending me a text outside of the group text and say, hey, Kevin, I got enough emails. We get all that, right? But I will send you faithfully every Thursday a text blast to let you know we're going to do a leadership call at 6:30 Pacific time. So Monday nights at 6:30 Pacific, right? Wednesday webinars, 6:30 Pacific. Thursday leadership, 6:30 Pacific. And if you're a director of the company, right, we have special calls just on the side for that. So weekly leadership calls. We got email blast. We have the Ascend Global Services Facebook page. You want to plug into that. We have the messenger pages, which is the AGS Eagles Club if you're team leader and above. We have the AGS family. You want to plug into that. Just go on to Messenger. Make sure you get into that, right? Get to a leader, and they'll put you onto that. So all of that is provided. And Nicole makes sure, and I know John's wife, Hermini, and all, they put stuff on the page, and I know the leaders do as well as myself, constant updates. Plus, we do a MailChimp email blast for people that are being recognized. When Kevin just went national director, that went out to everybody. I know Gregory Fontana with regional director. I know Liz Carlin with regional director. So all those things get pushed out. Training tools and reporting. We're constantly evolving on that. We have memory jogger. All you want to do is go to your back office under training resources. You've got my 3 trainings that I think are very, very instrumental in building a huge organization. That's the Power of One, which is simply enroll one person a month for the next 12 months, right? And teach your team to do the same. You had to literally have a team of over 4,000 people. And again, I like to say, if you missed it by 90%, you'd still have 400 people in your team, which means you'd be a silver ambassador here if you missed it by 90%. Then we have, of course, the what I like to do is a 90-day blitz where you take the 12 months and condense it to 12 weeks. And through that inertia, I know a lot of us use that. It's an advanced technique in building an org. It takes a lot of commitment, so everybody's not going to do it. But the reality is how we got to the top pin levels in our first 90 days in most of the companies we're involved with. All right. And of course, the last one is tap rooting, which is really about anchoring people down. So, there's nothing better than when you got someone on your 7th level and everybody's being rewarded, everybody there. When you got, obviously not going to walk away from something you're winning on, right? So tap rooting is the secret sauce to the business, and it creates a lot of excitement. Instead of trying to take care of 30 people, right? What you want to do is take care of the 3 people at the bottom of each of your legs, right? There's 10 levels on each one of your legs. You want to take care of the 3 people at the bottom, and you're going to take care of the other, obviously 27 people above those 3 people. So having to take care of 30, you're only taking care of 3. So that's an advanced technique in the industry. Again, it's all available as training tools. Reporting in real time. When someone enrolls in your group or someone becomes a customer or whatever it is, you can see right away your commissions. You want to go to unilevel, right? That shows you your retail sales. That shows you your, obviously your unilevel sales. A lot of people go to the weekly and they go, wait a minute, I didn't see my commissions, because you got to click the next tab that says unilevel, right? And so that right there is exciting. We have local events. As a matter of fact, there's events happening all over the country and in the Bahamas as well. As a matter of fact, I'm putting together, along with the other directors, people that hit those pin levels, 7 cities I'll be hitting. As a matter of fact, Connie reached out to me in Maryland, asked if we would make Vegas the last one, which is where we want to do our national event. So I'm going to add LA to the mix. It's really going to be 8 cities, actually 7 cities, and then the national event, which would be the latter part of this year as we promote out all the ambassadors. But so, I'll be in literally Rhode Island. We got some great people. We got Dr. Deborah Dancy. We got Mr. Kevin Fitzgerald. We got Kirsten Zetmar. We got Jane Beezer. We got, I think I heard Kimberly, I think, is going to be going regional. Anyways, there's a bunch of incredible leaders out there. Renette Frenier, Elizabeth Wynn as #1 producer, obviously, a customer and all of that. We're going to go down to Florida where Shirley Williams is. And of course, Mr. Earl Miller, and a lot of great leaders there. I was already in the Bahamas, did a regional event there, but we're going to do one in there. We're going to do one in Texas for Teresa Arkansas Jones and her leaders down there. I love this girl a lot. Can't wait to get down there and support her. In Dallas, of course, Cleveland, what can I say? It's Ted Smith, it's Christina Turner, it's Tyrus and Jeff and Chuck and that whole family. They become family to me, and rightly so. Can't wait to do that. And, of course, Northern California with Miss Gayla Skurlock and the leaders up there, Barbara Smith and many other leaders. Can't wait to do that. San Diego, of course, we have to promote, but we have, of course, Sabrina Alt. We got Agnes Morales, regional director. Liz Carlin just went regional director over there. We got John D'Agostino, went regional director, and so many more. And so forgive me if I'm missing somebody, but we're going to be doing that in San Diego. And, of course, Los Angeles, we got Mr. Bobby Van, of course, hit regional director, is also instrumental in putting together a reality show. We're putting together another project that we're doing for the company. But so all of that's in place. And if I missed the city, forgive me. But again, those are regional events. National event, of course, I already alluded to. Imagine you becoming an ambassador and doing so. You're up on the stage. That might terrify you a little bit, but trust me, we got a great organization. Your team's rallying around and carrying you up on the stage. Your significant other, if you have one, is there getting a bouquet of roses. You're getting your award for hitting ambassador. And, of course, we have stock options we're putting in place for the ambassador pin level, so get excited about that. But really the goal is to make sure that you're being trained properly and everything's in place. Then, of course, just a quick recap to keep it real simple. Step 1, share products and services, get 100% retail commissions. Step 2, become a team leader and participate in a 90-day bonus program. Hit team leader in your first 30 days, obviously. Maintain it 2 calendar months. There's another $100 in it for you, of course. And, you're getting paid your commissions every month. You're getting paid your residuals every month. This is just something on top of everything. And, of course, step 3, executive team leader, get that done in your first 60 days, earn another $200, so you made $300. Not too bad considering you only spent $60 to get started, and you actually got an $80 bottle for $60 shipped out to you every month. So, again, family, hopefully this makes sense. Again, we know there's 3 kinds of people look at any information. Number 1 says, I'm in. Are you kidding me? 100% retail commissions, your product. You mean I give you 500 milligram for $60 a month, Autoship, absolutely. And of course, number 2 says, I have some questions. Well, get back to the person that invited you and get your questions answered through, they're connected to regional directors and national directors and all of that, and get your questions answered. We just want, if you enroll people, you don't have to answer the questions. Don't answer questions you can't answer, right? So, some companies say fake it till you make it. We don't believe that here, right? Just make it. Don't fake it, right? Learn it. Internalize it. Talk from your heart, not from your mind, right? People buy emotionally, justify logically. So very, very important you talk from your heart. And of course, number 3 says, you know what? Hey, for me right now, look, I wasn't looking to start a business opportunity. Let me at least buy. You get back to the person inviting you on tonight's webinar. Try out one of the products. Buy it through their website. Try it. If it works, 80% of the people that do that coming into AGS as customers actually convert to distributors. And this is the time to do it when you actually have the ability, of course, to enroll literally for $50, $60, or $70 a month. And with that, you get a product shipped out to you. So once again, I just want to do shout out to everybody who was on tonight's webinar. Love you guys. Excited about 2019. Let's rock 2019. And God willing, hundreds of you will become ambassadors. And our goal, of course, is to build an organization of 100,000 active distributors. Donating $10 a month is $1 million a month going to ministry worldwide. And we've got stuff here domestically we're looking at along with Mr. Marks and all the other leaders and myself and his beautiful bride. And we're really passionate about giving back. But look, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to, obviously, charity starts at home, right? You want to take care, obviously, of what you need taken care of, and that's your health through our product, your wealth through the compensation plan, and your mental health through our travel program, right? And more importantly, our spiritual health, and that's the spiritual health comes from giving and giving back. And so we're excited about that. We want to make sure people are ready for the money when they receive it. So this year really is about promoting out ambassadors, and more importantly, about training and training and training. So again, we got plenty of videos that are coming right now. Can't wait for the enhancements that you're going to see here. But this does conclude tonight's webinar. Thank you, everybody, for being on tonight. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye now.